What's going on, guys? This is Murr. I'm here with Nate Murr, running the grip stop and Director of Business Development at Kinetic Development Group. We just did a video on the SCAR and all of its parts that you guys come up with. So now we're going to take a look at the rest of the lineup that Kinetic Development Group has. So why don't you walk everybody through what else you got?
All right, I'm going to start with the SideLock technology. So what SideLock is it's our optics mounting system that allows you to put optics on and off your weapon with absolute return to zero, as long as you return it to the slot that it was originally zeroed at, right? So to accomplish that, there's a small button, kind of like a Glock safety, on the main release button that you press in that allows the release button to slide in and for the optic to come off your rifle. So what a shooter can do is he can take his optic on and off. You can go from one optic to another, or if something happens to the optic, like gets damaged or the battery dies, you can quickly remove it from the weapon and use iron sights. So it's a pretty versatile mount. We have it for the aim point T1, T2, H1, H2, so it fits all the aim point micro sights. And then we also have a variant for the MRO. And we also have a universal Picatinny rail version as well. So next we're going to talk about our Kinect system. What Kinect is it's a quick detach system for MLOK. So MLOK's been out for about 1.5 years now. It's a system that Magpul came up with that's basically a slot system. So you can use Magpul style accessories. There's I think over 200 companies now manufacturing MLOK specific handguards and MLOK specific accessories. So what we did was we saw the popularity of MLOK growing, and since we used it on our MRex system for the SCAR, this is our MRex this is our MRex forearm for the AR-15. As a company, we're fans of the system, and we developed this quick detach system that is compatible with MLOK. So what happens is you have two spring-loaded cam arms, and all you do is you just push it up against the rail, and it self-locks. And it's on there tight. So this is a universal offset flashlight mount that's sized so you can use it with an RMR. So you can pop on an RMR and have an offset red dot. You don't want it, you just pop it off using the two release levers. So all I gotta do is push it on the two arms and it pops right off. We also have it in 3-slot pick rail. So it's a small Picatinny rail section. What it allows you to do is you just push it on and it locks on instantly. So it takes up 1 slot of MLOK. And that's small enough and low profile enough that you can add your flashlight or whatever accessory that's compatible with pick rail. And then also we have a longer 7-slot piece of Picatinny rail. So what this does is it takes up 2 slots and you just lock it on the same as the other accessories, where you just push in, it locks in instantly. It's very tight on the rail. To remove, you just push in on the 2 buttons and it comes off. This is what I recommend if you're going to use a bipod. So it works very well with my Atlas bipod here, where I can just lock this on. For guys that want that quick detach capability and that have a free float MLOK handguard on their gun, you don't need a throw lever mount, because this is basically going to be your QD.
Right.
So it's less weight and it's less bulk, and it's just as quick as doing a throw lever. So we have specific bipod mounts for the hairstyle bipod, but if you're going to use a bipod that attaches via Picatinny rail, I recommend using the 2-slot, just because it's more stable. It's a little bit more surface area, so it just grabs the rail a little bit better. To me, it feels more sturdy on the gun, but that's not to say that you can't do it with the single pick rail piece or the actual bipod specific one that we make for hairstyle bipods.
Yeah, that's the one I've been using as a 3-1.
So we have more SideLock accessories in the works right now. You're going to be seeing more of those come out as the year goes by. So 2016, we're gonna have quite a bit more parts coming out that use this technology, and you're also going to be seeing the Kinect pieces show up on other people's rifles and some other projects that we're working on in partnerships and collaborations. So it's pretty cool. I mean, it's one of those things where until you actually get the mess around with it, it's almost like too good to be true.
And then you keep messing around with it because you're amazed that it
works as well as it does. What we find is some guys, they'll use that kind of a gauge. So since we made this true to MLOK specifications, if you want to see if a rail is truly within MLOK, if it fits, then it's in spec, and if it won't fit and lock properly on an MLOK forearm, then it's not in spec. So it's kind of like a handy little gauge that some of the guys that make MLOK handguards are using that just as a quick down and dirty gauge to see if it's in spec. So we have the MRex AR rail. So this is our rail that's specific to the AR-15. Right now we have one length, and that's the 11.63. And now we're going to have a shorter length coming out soon for 10.3 and 10.5 SBR barrels. And we're going to have a longer version. We're looking at probably going with 13.5. That's more appropriate for 14.5 inch barrels and 16 inch barrels. So we're thinking, we're still kind of figuring that out, but it looks like we're going to do a 13.5 length handguard. Our MRex AR rail is free float, and it attaches to its proprietary barrel nut. When you buy the rail, you also get the special barrel nut tool. If you can change the barrel on your AR-15, it's pretty much the same thing. It's pretty simple and straightforward. The barrel nut itself is also aluminum, and it's a larger barrel nut, so it acts as a heat sink, and what that gives you is that you have less distortion. So if you run the gun really hot, you're not going to notice any play or flex, or if you have any optics mounted in your handguard, you're not going to lose zero while the weapon's hot. So it's very sturdy. The MRex AR rail also has 2 QD sockets on either side. It's back here where the delta ring would usually be on a standard stock AR-15. It's rotation limited, so you have it on both right and left, and with that rotation limited feature, it keeps your sling from getting tangled, which is a pretty nice feature. The profile of the rail's the exact same as our scars, so if you have a scar set up with our MRex rail, you can match your AR-15 to have the same system. And then also, because if both are MLOK, you can share accessories back and forth between the two. So I can take my bipod off my AR-15 and immediately attach it to my AR-15, or vice versa. Same thing with flashlights. Like, you don't have to buy a dozen different lights for a dozen different rifles. As long as your rifles are set up with MLOK, you can share that flashlight from gun to gun to gun. So that's pretty cool. It's going to save you money in the long run if you have multiple rifles. Yeah,
and the thing I'm seeing about this is all the lightning cuts and all that stuff. You guys really are cutting out the weight as much as possible while still keeping it stable.
We skeletonize the rail as much as possible just to keep the weight down. You know, it's not a very bulky rail, but the thing is, like, you see a lot of handguards on the market that they are bulky, they are big. You look at it and you say, well, you know, these guys could have machined it a little bit more and cut the weight. You know, ounces equal pounds and all that. So we wanted to try to make it as light and stable of a form as possible. And I think we achieved that pretty well with the MRex AR rail.
All right, so hopefully that has helped you guys out as far as getting a look at the Kinetic Development Group lineup, at least the rest of the lineup. There's some really cool stuff coming out at SHOT Show, which I'm going to put out some videos. So definitely stay tuned to this channel, and stay tuned to your Facebook site, the KDG Facebook site.
You can find us at on Facebook, Kinetic Development Group, and also on Instagram.
And so stay tuned to that, because there's going to be some cool stuff coming out. And is that it?
Yeah, pretty much it. 2016 is going to be a big year for the company. We have a lot of really cool stuff in the works. So, you know, I'm excited to be on the team and to be working on helping to develop a lot of this new stuff.
So. Yeah, so keep your seatbelt buckled and stay tuned. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Head over to their site if you have any really specific questions, and put down there your comments if you guys have some KDG stuff. And until next time, later. With Nate Murr and Varen the Grip Stop, and now the new Director of Product Development?
Business Development.
Business Development. Let's do it again. That'll be the outtake.
No. All right.